and welcome to Nonprofit Live TV. I'm Larry Brill. We're coming to you from Austin, Texas, which is the site of the Convio Summit 2009, a chance for nonprofit organizations to get together and just learn how they can do their job a little bit better. And joining me now is Rusty Burwell with the American Lung Association and Michael Cervino, who is with Beaconfire, which is a web design and development company that works with nonprofits. And what we want to do right now is talk about redesigning the website for the association, how that works. So maybe if the two of you could just kind of give me an idea, what was the goal and did you achieve it and how did you go about it?
Well, we launched the new website a week and a half ago, so we made it. That's exciting. But for the American Lung Association, we're a public health organization. And today, having public health information available to people on the web is incredibly not only important, but extremely efficient in terms of reaching a lot of people. For us, our old website was about 6 years old, which in internet time is as old as you and I, Larry. So it was time to do something, and as important as wanting to have a new website that looked good and was exciting and fresh, we also needed a new content strategy, how to deliver the kind of information we wanted to deliver to the public, what way to present it to them in a way that they could find simply and easily. And so that's why we found our friends at Beaconfire Consulting to help us not only put a fresh face on it, but also think through content strategy, the navigation, those kind of more technical details that certainly go beyond what we know in public health.
Yeah.
So that's when we turned to Michael and crew to help us with that.
And Michael, when they came to you, what was the first thing you thought of and what do we need to do? What's the first thing you addressed?
Sure. First thing that we do right out of the gate with clients is really get into the question of what are the goals and objectives for the organization from the site. As Rusty said, it's a health information resource. It's also a platform for advocacy, platform for donating. So those are the things the organization kind of wants out of their web presence. Then also we've got to ask the question of who are the audiences we're trying to reach? What are their unique characteristics, their personas? What are they going to be expecting to find? What are the kinds of features in the site that they're used to or not used to? Younger people are going to have very different kind of proclivities towards certain types of interactions than older individuals will. So it was a pretty thorough exercise in working with the Lung Association to go through that exercise of evaluating their audiences, their objectives, what kinds of interactions we want on the site, and then also how to align that with the Lung Association's new branding. They had engaged a firm for brand redesign, so had a new positioning statement as well. So that needed to be reflected in any of the design and the navigation that we did for the site.
Are there tricks or techniques that are specific to the nonprofit that helps keep the stakeholders, the constituency involved on a regular basis that need to be thought about when you're building the website?
Yeah, when we look at this, for a lot of corporate sites are, here's our information, come work for us, right? Or if they're e-commerce sites, it's about product sales. For nonprofit organizations, you're selling the mission, and the mission may tie to certain merchandise, which some organizations have, but more often than not, it's motivating people to share information with other people, to sign up for an email list. So they're softer actions, and one of the things that we evaluate is what is the engagement path that we're trying to arrive at. What's the first, second, third thing that we want an individual to do to raise their hand to let us know they're interested in becoming a supporter. So there are, I think it's more exciting for nonprofits actually designing sites than for many commercial ventures, because there are many different kinds of engagements that you can have people do, up to and including sharing their own information, giving you feedback on the content that you have on your site, rating things. So those kinds of activities give you a much bigger paintbrush and a much bigger paint palette to work with.
Just very quickly, we only have a few more minutes, or another minute here, but tell us, how did the collaboration work for you?
Well, very good, because I live in an organization full of experts, medical experts, scientific experts, even experts on fundraising, but not necessarily experts on both the web, but also web redesign. So having a partner that could help lead us through that and manage that process was extremely important to us.
All right, thanks for joining us, Rusty and Michael. Glad you could share this information with us today.
Good, thank you.
If you'd like more information about what's going on in Convio Summit 2009, you can check out nonprofitlive.tv. I'm Larry Brill.